Hey everyone, Brandon here, and with Nintendo pulling off the wraps on the unveiling of the next Smash to appear on a Nintendo console, and the Smash hype getting to a fever pitch with what seems to be its big unveiling at this year's E3, what better than to go over our top 10 hopes in terms of characters to see in the next Smash Bros. Game. To begin, let's start with Shovel Knight, that knight in blue armor, and Nintendo just feel like a perfect match. With graphics that are reminiscent of classic Nintendo games, and what seems like a good relationship between Yacht Club and Nintendo, with Shovel Knight not only having its own amiibo, but also Yacht Club releasing Treasure Trove first on a Nintendo Switch before other consoles. Along with the fact that it's one of the most popular indie games in general, I do hope that Shovel Knight appears as a character in the next Smash Bros. Game. It will be interesting to see the moveset, but I think Nintendo can pull this off if they can pull off a character like Duck Hunt Dog. Next, I hope to see Ridley. Yes, let the talk rage about how Ridley is too big for a stage or that he can't be shrunken to fit nicely. But for me, I will always remember that Super Smash Bros. Melee opening with Ridley, who was not that much bigger at all compared to Samus. And it's not like Nintendo hasn't changed sizes before with characters. I mean, look at a guy like Olimar, who is like the size of an ant or even smaller in his Pikmin games, but he appears the same size as a character like Mario in Super Smash Bros. The next character I want to see in the next Smash is Waluigi. You have Mario's counterpart with Wario, so why can't Luigi have his purple counterpart with Waluigi? I feel he has grown a cult following, just like Daisy, and Nintendo seems to be fleshing his personality more with how he was shown with that Rose in Mario Tennis Aces. There was even that trophy in Smash 4 Wii U and 3DS that had Waluigi. Just upgrade that and somehow keep his foot stomp tennis whacking of his trophy as a move or couple of moves. There is no reason for Waluigi being left out. Even if he doesn't have his full game of his own, he has been a mainstay in the Mario sports games. Next on the list is Crash Bandicoot. With Crash appearing back on the Nintendo console with Insane Trilogy after a couple generation gap as he last appeared on the GameCube, what better than to have Crash appear in a Smash game? Especially with what seems to be Nintendo wanting iconic characters in their game that have at least some history with the company. What would be better than to have a game of Sonic vs Mario vs Crash all appear in a battle, reminiscent of the days when Sony, Nintendo, and Sega were battling for console supremacy. It was fun to see Pac-Man and Mega Man. Now should be the chance for Crash to have his chance and crash the party. Yes, Shantae is another character I would like to see in Super Smash Bros. But to me, Shantae has a good reason, as every game she has ever seen has been at least a port to a Nintendo console dating back to the Game Boy Color. With Shantae being so prominent in the Nintendo history of system, mostly the portable ones, and with Nintendo just in my opinion needs more female representation in Smash Bros, I think Shantae would be a perfect addition to the Smash Bros lineup. Let's get that hair whipping back and forth in the newest Smash. Next up is someone you may not have heard of, but it's Neku. Who is Neku, you might ask? Well, the protagonist of the World Ends With You game, which was released on the Nintendo DS to later see a port on mobile. The game was an amazing take on the RPG formula, which had you use your stylus and pin-like buttons for attacks and defense. All of which I really do hope we'll see a sequel after its remaster on the Switch coming later this year. And I definitely pre-ordered that game the moment it went live. The moves he could be capable of with his pins, which he uses in his games to attack with, would likely be something refreshing. And I just want to see him in another game outside of the re-releases and the Kingdom Hearts game on a 3DS. Next up is a character return, and that's Wolf from Star Fox. Yes, many people think he's just a clone of Fox and other Star Fox characters, but to me it was just a little bit, and he definitely had a unique take on the moveset in Brawl. I never mained him in Brawl. I wasn't a fan of Star Fox characters, but let me tell you that one of my close friends really loved that character and was maining him, and was definitely sad when that character didn't return for Smash 4 Wii U and 3DS. I really do think maybe they can change up the moveset a little bit more and make Falco, Fox, and Wolf feel more different to justify him receiving his return in the next Smash game. Next up is a character that may sound weird, but it's Paper Mario. Now, before you say it's just going to be a clone, hear me out. Paper Mario to me is different from the regular Mario character. Even though it's the same person, I feel that his moveset would be more varied than a regular character like Toon Link compared to regular Link. With Paper Mario using his hammer and his more paper-like physique in his moves, that make his games so much more different, and would likely be his main differentiator compared to regular Mario and anyone else in the Mario universe. Oh, how I really do miss Snake. His powerful moves and the way he played just made me love that character on Brawl, and he was one of my main characters. It's disappointing that while Nintendo seems to have remembered Sonic and gave him 2 chances to return, Snake is left on the sideline and forgotten. Maybe it's something to do with Konami and Nintendo's relationship lately, but he already has a moveset built for him, and all it would take is just a return in high definition. I really do hope that Nintendo and Konami work it out, and hopefully we see Snake's return in the next Smash game, especially with Nintendo's seemingly more openness towards third-party characters seen with Ryu, Cloud, and Bayonetta. Finally, as my last 10 pick, Professor Layton. Yes, this is one of my weird additions, but I think it's justified. First, look back at how many games of Professor Layton have appeared on a Nintendo console that wasn't on mobile. Also, Level 5 and Nintendo seem to have a good relationship, at least on the outside looking in. Yes, while Layton's moveset might end up being a little awkward, there was enough want for this character to have a mod built to have him as one of the characters, as well as tweets from an official Nintendo branded account about him meeting what would later end up being Smash characters with Mega Man, Little Mac, and Gino, who ended up being a Mii costume. To me, this tweet was like the ideas they had going into character development for Brawl. Even if this tweet didn't sound like he enjoyed it, I do feel that Professor Layton should be given a chance, or at least forced into one, as a character in the lineup. I'll leave a link down below if you want to read an article from IGN that had the link to the original tweets. Well, that's my top 10 list for my top 10 character hopefuls. I hope you enjoyed it. I could actually go into other things like my top other hopes, another single player mode, something like Subspace Emissary, hopefully. I actually really enjoyed that. I know a lot of people didn't, but I really did. I don't know what else. This is just off the top of my head, so yeah. Anyways, please leave a like down below and give your thoughts on what characters you want to see in the next Smash game. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of other hopes. I've seen Goku and even Naruto before, so yeah. Just leave it down. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. Until next time, see ya.